Welcome back, learners. In chapter 4, Structure of an Atom, previously we have studied Thomson model of an atom, and now it's time to discuss Rutherford's experiment and discovery of nucleus. So let's start it. In year 1911, Rutherford performed his famous alpha particle scattering experiment. In his experiment, Rutherford bombarded alpha particles through a very thin gold foil that was just 1000 atom thick. Now, this alpha particle is new to all of you. Students, helium ion is known as alpha particle, He2 positive. Okay, when helium atom will remove its electron, when electrons will be removed, it will form He2 positive, and this is known as alpha particle. So, an alpha particle is made up of 2 proton and 2 neutron. Now, during this experiment, the observations were most of the alpha particles pass through the gold foil without any deflection from their original path. Here in this picture you can see many alpha particles are going straight. A few alpha particles were deflected through an angle. You can see this alpha particle is deflecting with a small angle. So, one alpha particle in about 12,000 alpha particles was such that it was rebounded. It went and it came back in the same path. So these were the observation made by Rutherford. According to these observation, Rutherford concluded that most of the alpha particles pass straight through the gold foil without suffering any deflection. So he concluded this shows that most of the space inside the atom is empty. Now, some alpha particles suffer deflection by 90° or even larger angle. For this to happen, alpha particles, they are the positively charged particles, must have a positively charged core inside the atom. And this positively charged core inside the atom was named nucleus. Since the number of alpha particles which bounced back was very small, hence the volume of the nucleus is very small as compared to total volume of the atom. Now students, the alpha particle have appreciable mass. There is deflection from the nucleus. It means that almost entire mass of an atom lie at its center. So these were the conclusion made by Rutherford. According to these conclusions, Rutherford has given his postulate, and those postulates were: first of all, an atom consists of positively charged nucleus, which is surrounded by electron moving around it. Secondly, electrons and nucleus are held together by Coulombic force, that is a force of attraction. The size of nucleus is very small as compared to the size of atom. So, let me give you one example. If a ground of football is your atom, then a football represents nucleus. So you have seen the experiment, students. Through this experiment, Rutherford was able to find out nucleus. So that's why he has been given credit for the discovery of nucleus, and it is the model of atom presented by Rutherford. Now let's talk about its limitations. The drawbacks of Rutherford's model of an atom. Students, the Rutherford's model explains the structure of atom in very simple way, but it suffers from drawback. An electron revolving around the nucleus gets accelerated toward the nucleus, and an accelerating charged particle must emit radiation and lose energy. Thus, the electron in the atom must continuously emit radiation and lose energy, and because of loss of energy, the electron would slow down and will not be able to withstand the attraction of the nucleus. As a result, the electron should follow the spiral path, and ultimately it should fall into the nucleus. If it happens, then the atom should collapse within about 10 to the power minus 8 seconds. But this is not happening. That's why Rutherford is not able to make clear how an atom is stable. So his model of an atom is unable to explain the stability of an atom. That's why. And this is the diagram which represents the spiral path followed by electron. Okay, this one. So students, this was Rutherford's model of atom with its drawback. In upcoming classes, we will study more. That's all for today.